Hello, so today's craft is these lovely macrame jars. So all you need is a jar. You need some string. I picked this stuff up in Aldi, and they also have it in Hobbycraft, but also like parcel string or twine would also look quite nice. You'll need something heavy, something like a book would be perfect. You may need a ruler if you want to do it precisely, and you'll definitely need some scissors. All right, so for this video I'm actually going to turn the camera down so you can see what I'm doing here. So bye for now. Right, think that's okay? Fab. Okay, so what I've done here is I need to attach a bunch of rope around here, but it's quite tricky to add it on the jar. It's a bit annoying. So what I do is I add a longer piece of rope around something like a book, and then I find it easier to apply my lark's head knot. So you just take, the length of the rope, I need to tell you, is 4 times the length of your chosen jar. Okay, so whatever jar you've gone for, it needs to be roughly 4 times longer than the length. I hope you can hear me over the helicopter. So you just loop them under and then pull the 2 ends through. Now obviously the amount of pieces that you need would also depend on what design, what size jar you've got, whether it's a big one or not. So I'll leave that for you to decide, but you can just keep checking. You can take this off, pop it around the circumference of your jar and stop when you feel that you've made good progress. You could always add more, but obviously it's harder to take them away once you've started. So yeah, this is a nice one to do in the garden. So I'm just going to add 6, I think would be enough for this design, maybe 8. And then I'll do the rest after the video's finished. 6, 7, and, not cut them, and 8. Okay, so this size jar I actually find needs about 24, but I'll stop there for now so you can see the next stage. So now I can slip that off. I don't need that anymore. And then I'm working from here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to choose, they look a bit different, this side and this side. You can decide. I like the one with the little bump on, so I'm going to place that on the outside like so, and then I'm just going to knot that on. Nothing special there. You can hide that later with a knot. Okay, and then you're just going to start adding your design. So it doesn't really matter, you don't have to do what I've done. If you know macrame, you can now just get creative like you would on a wall hanging here. But I've done square knots at the top, so taking 4 strands at a time, 4, doing my square knot over the top, pull through and roll up, keeping that nice. Then a backwards one, 1, 2, 3, pulling that through like so. Next one, 4 strands, 1, 2, through here like so. So it's a bit hard, I'm doing it backwards. And back, over and through. Okay, the next thing I did was I connected 2 with 1, so I disregarded 2 from the right, I disregarded 2 from the left, leaving me 4 in the centre, and then I turn those into a square knot. But again, you could use any of the knots that you may have learnt. This is quite nice doing a project like this. You can try something out, have a little look online. There's loads of great designs online. And that's that, like so. Okay, so then I've got my little V shape here, and then you can see I finally did one of the gathering, not the gathering knot, sorry, the kind of the caterpillar knots, the loop knots here. So the way I do those is I choose one, which is the anchor, which is the outside left-hand side one in this case, and that's going to be travelling through to the centre, so that's the centre of the square there, and each time, each of these are going to wrap around that 3 times. So you just loop it into the space available there once, and then the second time you do like a knot, you do like a little U shape, and then you pull that through the centre and drop him off. These knots are important that you kind of get them right each time. You don't want to fix them when you finish them all. You want to fix them all one at a time. So then this one's done. Next one, over into the space on its left, drop that next to the previous one, and then do a little U shape, and then loop that back through itself, drop that off by the next to it, and that's that strand done. 2 strands done. Third one, oh, did I pick up the wrong one? Yeah. Did I? 1, 2, I'm going mad. There he is, he's hiding. In the space next to him, roll him over into position, U shape, down and under. I'll just quickly show you it from the other side because sometimes people get a little bit confused because it does look a little bit different. So this now is your anchor, that's travelling to the centre, and each time it's going to be wrapped by each of those 3 there. So this time it goes into the space available on the right, raise that up, then doing a U shape, and then pulling that through, dropping that off in position. Next one, up and under. So if anyone came and made the bunting, this basically is exactly the same design as the bunting that we did at craft night a few weeks ago. So I'm wondering now whether I should make these for all the wedding tables, or will look quite nice though for my sister's wedding. Third one, up, do a U shape, pull him down, roll him up. Now at the moment those 2 ends are looking a bit lost, so what I do is I don't ever really have a pattern. I just choose whichever one I want that's going over the top, and then I do exactly the same but to each other. So that one is first like that, and the second one will trap it on the outside, and there you go. I've got my nice little V shape. So when I finished doing it all the way round, I then just held it up. I'd often just cut it just below because it does bounce back up, so don't be too kind of you know, don't pull it and cut it. Make sure you're cutting it when it's nice and loose. You can also add, if it's a little bit like going in its own directions, you can add a little bit of starch to it and leave it to dry, and hopefully that will keep it a little bit firmer for you. And then you can add some flowers to it, and you're off, you're ready. All right, hope that's some fun for you.